Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm so excited to get this video out to you today. Yesterday, I introduced three things: my new video intro, swivel stick, and tap shooting. I haven't actually made that tap shoot video, but it's more than likely the next segment I cover. In today's video, I give you 4 deatomizers and 1 intermission with an awesome kill cam. I wanted to talk about my movement during all this gameplay and how that relates to getting you folks more kills and a steadier ability to drop your own deatomizers. So what is it? What is it that makes people hate jetpacking so much? If I had to sum it up into a few words, the words that jump out are coordination, dexterity, and reflexes. These 3 words translate into ability. I don't want to overlook spawn point and map knowledge because they're really important, but those generally come with long hours of play and practice. So, what type of coordination is needed in order to get better at your own game? First, let's examine your controller configuration. If you are still using the default configuration, that's where we need to start. I get massive amounts of inquiry about how I stay in the air, whether or not I use a SCUF or a modded controller, or whether I use a Zim keyboard and mouse. To answer the question, I alternate between a normal controller using bumper jumper tactical flipped and keyboard and mouse. Now, before you go on a rant and a craze, you should probably know that I suffer from really bad arthritis in my left hand. So I can't play with a normal controller for long periods of time like most people. I do, however, try to get as much gameplay as I can using bumper jumper tactical flipped before moving on to keyboard and mouse. There's no question that keyboard and mouse helps lock onto targets better, but keyboard and mouse does not enhance my ability to jump and lock onto targets. I'd actually revelate that I have better wall run, jump pack, and jump shot ability with a normal controller than I do with keyboard and mouse. A lot of people are going to misinterpret what I'm saying in this video, so I want to clearly state that I only use keyboard and mouse because of a disability. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, your reflexes are only something that can be improved with gameplay and mastery. Once you've found a suitable configuration and can manipulate that configuration with success, whether it's bumper jumper tactical, flipped, or stick and move flipped, you'll be better able to improve your reflexes so that you can zip around the map and take clean shots. One more thing I'd like to talk about is my inclusion of the Perk 3's Gung Ho. If you aren't using it and you feel that your enemies are getting the upper hand or faster at the trigger, I'd recommend that you start putting it on your class setups. The last thing I want to talk about is something that I recommend to truly get it all into a solid practice. If you have a copy of Black Ops 3, start it up and go down to the bonus menu. When you're there, you'll see the option for free run. You'll be able to see that in the free run course menu, there are 4 courses you can run ranging from beginner to expert difficulty. My advice is to run the trials. Run them as much as possible using bumper jumper tactical flipped or stick and move flipped. Once you have the coordination down and locked in, you'll be better able to translate those skills back into IW. It is virtually seamless and will act as your own personal force multiplier. The last little tip I'm going to mention has to do with alternating the weapons as you play. A lot of people want to switch out between different weapons and play using different styles all in one game session. My advice is that some weapons handle much differently than others. For example, if you're trying to use the Mauler, the LMG versus an NV4, the amount of shots it takes to actually kill an enemy and the amount of handling that's required in order to make it an effective gun is going to differ between both weapons. So with that, I would highly recommend that if you are going to try to get a game session going, I would consider sticking to 1 weapon class per game session. Otherwise, you're going to note that your skill is going to change as you change weapons. Thanks for watching 6.6 Speed, Strategy and Energy. I'll let you watch the rest of the video, but keep in mind, you want to take note of the wall runs, the routes I use, and when it's good and when it's not good to double back. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video on tap shooting. Thank you.
What? How?